Anywho, so what else have we seen recently? We saw some videos of a certain wooden roller coaster.
Do we have to put the little stoppers in? Do we put stoppers in last time?
Just talk about it.
Just talk about it.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Wicker Man.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nicolas Cage. I mean, Wicker Man.
The best looking ride at night when nobody can ride it.
Yeah, so we've seen there were some sneaky drone shots that we talked about last episode, I think, where someone had flown a drone over
Sneaky.
the Wicker Man while it was testing. This time, Alton
And it
Towers
looked
have released an official video. Yeah, it looked very slow. But yeah, this time Alton Towers have like filmed a proper video where it looks all cool and stuff. But
Still looks
everyone's
slow, though.
pointed out that it's being filmed at night, where the fire effects obviously look really good.
And the lighting, to be fair,
It looks
amazing.
But the problem is, when do people visit Alton Towers? It's between like 10 AM and 4 PM or something.
The only time we will get to ride that at night is at Scarefest and at fireworks, and that is 2 weeks of the year and 2 evenings. So yeah, out of the season, I haven't counted up how many days it's open for.
Like, it would make more sense in like American parks or some of the parks in Europe where they're open like
Unless they're
10.
planning late summer openings, but even then it's not going to be dark till 9 o'clock.
It seems very silly.
Backwards.
Like, they should have put the fire effects like in an indoor section or something,
Yeah,
rather than do it outdoors. But to be fair, it is in like a foresty area, so I suppose it's a bit darker.
It's not dark.
Not dark, no. Darker, but not dark, no. So yeah, remains to be seen how that's going to look in the daylight.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, and they're selling it on that fact, like that it's this combination of fire and magical effects.
Infusion
that
of
you're
wood and fire.
not going to be able to see through most of the day. Like, you imagine a bright summer day, you're not going to see that.
And there is the thing about how long they're going to have the fire effects running as well.
Exactly. So,
So yeah, Merlin are well known for turning off their effects early. I think like, what is it? The Smilers, like half their stuff doesn't work anymore.
on my second ride of the Smiler, the smoke machine under the
There was
first...
smoke.
Exactly, there was smoke.
I was there like on opening day. I don't think I.
No, you weren't there on opening day because I was there on an opening
I
day.
was there shortly after opening day.
I think it opened on a Thursday.
Okay, so I probably was there maybe at the weekend.
Yeah, it was a
I was there shortly
blistering
after,
hot
and
day.
it didn't open. Oh, because it didn't open. That's why there was no smoke. When I went, it was broken all day.
Hooray!
And then the second time I went, I think it was broken again.
Oh my
And the
God.
third time I went, it was open.
So basically, as you rolled out of the station and went down the little drop and into the weird thing, the weird 0G, whatever it's called, I don't care. When you first came out, there's a flashing strobe light.
Yeah.
Well, I was on the second train, I think, out the station. There was a smoke machine down there too, and it pumped smoke as you left. And then that, going through there, you were completely blind to the inversion. Like, the whole time, all you could see was this pulsing strobe. It was epic.
That sounds really good.
But the second time I rode it later in the day, no smoke machine. Smoke machine already turned off.
So yeah, we've seen pictures of, well, I don't know if you've seen, there's pictures of like big like propane tanks or whatever kind of gas tanks outside.
On the monorail, on the path that you
Yeah.
used to walk down.
So I'm wondering how long it's going to take for that to not be refilled.
And the fact that the worst of it is the fact that, I'm going to say the fact of it is like 10 times. I wanted to say it again then, but I'm going to try and say it in a different way. The fact of it is there's no IP tied to the Wicker Man. So with Saw the Ride, when that was built, we actually couldn't open the ride unless it was like 75% of the effects were turned on and working. That was a shutdown if your effects stopped working because it was tied to an intellectual property, whereas this isn't. So if it's not going to have the flame working, ride operations are going to call them and say, does the roller coaster work? Yes. Well, in that case, open it up. We don't care about the effects, and that's how it's going to be. And even on, just going back to something I wanted to say earlier about the fire, on Wodan, at the top of the lift hill, there are two big dogs made of wood, and they shoot fire over the top of you. I didn't see that the first, 55 times I went on it. It wasn't till it was dusk, and I could actually see, bearing in mind the fire is from where I am sat to above my head, it's not far, You know, it's not concealed in a giant wooden structure. It's out there in the open. Couldn't see it at all. I didn't even know it was doing that.
Yeah.
So I just thought, why are these random dogs up here? So it's just a worry. It's a worry.
I'm excited to see what that ride looks like in person. It looks really good on pictures.
It looks very... Have you seen the construction of it? Have you seen the construction site at all through any of the process?
Yeah, I've seen...
Did you go to Towers last year?
Yeah, I went to Towers and I saw it when it was just... it was when they took down Log Flume.
So it was... So you haven't actually seen the...
They hadn't really done anything else.
Oh, man.
They just took down Log Flume.
It's a big site.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a big site.
I think I went over it on the cable thing. Whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Cable...
yeah.
What's it actually called?
Skyride.
Skyride. Yeah, I saw the site for the Skyride. And yeah, it is massive, isn't it? So... I'm excited to see it in person. We are hopefully gonna go.
No.
One of us is at least. We're both.
No, because I have no parties that day. I have no bookings. I will be going to. Fingers crossed. If it opens, not for going. Fingers crossed for it opening on the 17th of March. So if anybody sees me, say hi, and hopefully. Because I'll drag his ass with me.
I should be able to.
Aiden will be coming too. I think Mini Cup might come too.
Yeah. Will he go on the Wickler?
Damn right he will. The only one he's not been on is Oblivion.
Oh, he's been on Nemesis and everything.
Oh yeah, he's been on everything else.
Oh, cool.
So you can get a 10-year-old's opinion of a wooden roller coaster.
Yeah, in fact, does he know... Have you said anything to him about him? Really?
He knows about it, but he doesn't know much about it.
But he's not a coaster geek, is he?
He isn't. He isn't. He is...
So it'd be interesting to get his opinion.
Yeah, this is what I mean.
Without us, like, filling his head.
Yeah, so we might do that. We might have reviewed by a 10-year-old.
Yeah, if he's up for that, we'll we'll not tell him anything about what we think about it. And then
we'll film him, do a little thing, and then we'll give our opinions.
Because that's probably more important. That's an important kind of age to...
Well, yeah, exactly. He's going to be potentially in a few years' time the target market. And it's like really camply. The target market.
It's like it is like more of a family ride, even though it's themed to be dark. It's
like 13.
Yeah.
The most intense roller coaster in the world is secretly a mine train with a hidden drop.
Yeah.
Useless marketing.
Ewan's going to be going. Hopefully, I'll be going, and we'll get a video.
Hopefully.
Get a video.
You want me to do that whole drive by myself? And just think how many other coaster geeks are going to be there. Trust me, you would not want to miss the opening day.
I did go to the opening day of 13.
So did I.
I think I saw you there.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know when I didn't really know you.
How very
I did go to opening day 13 with I don't know who it was with. I think it was like Coaster Force or something.
Who was I with? I was with...
I don't think I knew anybody really.
I was with Talk, Flamingo, and... Valleymania.
I could have been... I don't know
and
who
a
I
mix of Coaster Force too.
I can't remember who I went with. I think I got the train to nearby and then someone picked us up. It was a long time ago though. When did that open? 2012
oh my god.
12 or something?
Well, it'd be 8 years ago, won't it?
2010. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
SWs.
That seems newer than I think. Yeah, I think
it's not. We're nearly in 2020. Well, we're not quite, but it's 2018, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get these years confused a little bit.
I'm excited for that.